Hey everybody, welcome back to Video Game Therapy. Kind of in a tired mood. It's about 10:30 and I should be going to bed. But a thought occurred to me earlier and I thought it would make for a good video game therapy topic. I've spoken a lot about, or at least recently I've been thinking a lot about choice and what it means to make choices. You know, if you choose to eat an extra dessert or something, do you really want that, or, you know, is the choice to not do so for a goal? Whatever. Do I want to eat this donut, or do I want to keep losing weight? Whatever it is. I've been thinking a lot about opportunity and purpose and reason for things. Because having a purpose for doing something is crucial. You need that. Recently, I've been doing pretty well at Japanese because I'm starting to realize that it's important for me to know this language if I want to apply to the JET program. Which is a program to teach people English, or students English, I should be more specific. Hey, internet, so I'm putting this into the first, 15 seconds of video game therapy. Something's been brought to my attention, and I just want to make it very clear. With video game therapy, I think I did the same thing I do on VGT in these learning logs, but I say things as if they're fact. I say things as if, you know, this philosophical idea I have, or whatever, this mindset, this thing about willpower, this comment about finding purpose for a choice is fact. It's not fact. I don't have any research to back me up. I'm not trying to impose my opinions on anyone. No one thinks I'm imposing anything, but I rant about problems, thoughts, whatever that I have on video game therapy. But these are just my thoughts. Argue with me, debate with me, agree with me, whatever you want. Just don't hear what I say and be like, yes, I will do that from now on. Because don't. Video game therapy has 4-5 viewers per episode, and the average view time is 3 minutes, and form your own opinions, your own thoughts, whatever. These video game therapies are me discussing just thoughts and stuff. So yeah, nothing I say in here is fact. I don't mean to sound like I'm an expert on finding willpower or time travel or finding purpose or balancing work, hobby, and play. It's not that. It's simply my opinion. But yeah, on with the episode. And in the past, I've touched upon the fact that I want to get better at art. And I've seemed to never really be able to do that. And today, I had a weird thought. I've always asked myself, why do I want to do something? Why do I want to learn Japanese? Why do I want to go to school? Why do I want to do art? But I've never asked myself, what do I want to do with it? And in a lot of ways, that's the same question. You know, why do I want to learn Japanese? Is so I can, I guess, have an advantage for these programs and stuff. What do I want to do with it? It expands my horizons so that I can apply to these programs. But for art, I was watching anime for, no subtitles, whatever, and I was thinking, some anime has some intense, intensely animated scenes. I'm thinking, yeah, it'd be cool to try and draw an anime or something, but not an anime, not animate something, but a frame of a character or something. And it occurred to me that I don't really want to draw anything. Which saying that out loud is just so weird, and my reaction to it makes me think that I'm correct. I have no idea what I want to draw. I mean, I just want to be good at drawing. But I guess there are things I want to draw. Certain caricatures of things, still lifes, imitations, plenty of opportunities where being a good artist can be an incredibly useful skill, talent, ability, whatever. But I've never really sat down and be like, I want to draw this thing. It's always been, I just want to be good at drawing, so therefore I'll practice these things. Which is just really weird for some reason. I don't know why that question is so weird, but it is. there's just nothing that makes me want to say, all right, I want to sit down and draw this now. Like, specifically draw this thing or this person or whatever. It's just me wanting to have some arbitrary good skill. I want to become good at art because, you know, I want to draw seashell concept art. So maybe that's what I want to draw. But at the same time, it doesn't feel like it's what I want to draw. That doesn't make much sense at all. But along this line of choices and wants and stuff, that was unfortunate. These words I've had ringing in my head for the last 2 or so days, that every choice should be in service of a dream. And for some reason, I think these two things are tied, and I guess I just wanted to talk about that and see what came out of it. Excuse me. Every choice that you make should be in service of something. And I think that can give meaning to something you choose. You know, there are one more episode or whatever is a choice. You know, there's certain qualities of addiction happening there when you're addicted to a TV show or YouTube or something. But in the end, everything's a choice. And I mean, this is a big idea from Stoic philosophy in general. Of course, I always manage to come back to it, but everything at its core is a choice that you make. Some things are clearly more difficult than others. If you're addicted to meth, your neurons are literally being fried. I can't tell if these are two independent topics I wanted to talk about. I'm not sure. But, you know, when I sit down to practice Japanese, that choice is servicing the dream of learning Japanese. When I choose to work on this blog page, I don't really have a dream that choice is servicing. No, when I say every choice should be in service of a dream, every choice should be a step toward a dream, to making a dream a reality. Now, obviously you need to rest and relax. There's exceptions to these rules or whatever, but if you go for a run, I guess you can just enjoy running. It doesn't apply to everything. But the choice to learn how to draw, to become better at art, to learn proper art fundamentals, should be in service of a dream. If I'm choosing to make a game, it should service the dream of making a game that I have. So when I choose to draw, I don't know what dream I'm servicing. And because of that, if there even is one, there might not be one, I don't end up making the choice at all. Choosing to do things is incredibly difficult. Because everyone says they want to do stuff and then don't do them. Because a lot of things take some serious conscious willpower. I mean, yesterday I ran from Brooklyn to Manhattan and then swam. I'm not sure what possessed me, but I simply made a choice. And in theory, I could say that I want to do that more, right? I could say, oh, I want to run this every time I go swimming, just twice a week. But I'm not going to end up doing that, probably. Unless that's some choice that can service a larger picture, that can tackle a bigger purpose. I don't know, yesterday I got frustrated with myself. It was a weird process, but I made the whatever. It was good. But yeah, I don't understand what's going on with this art thing. I just don't get it. Because I don't want art to be something where I just hate doing it, because every time I've done it, I have to force myself to sit down and do it. It's definitely not the mindset I want to create all of a sudden. I was reading Ranger's Apprentice, the 3rd book, and there's a part where one of the characters is running. He's been kidnapped, whatever. And someone's like, you're not going to be able to escape. And he's like, well, at least my takeaway of it was like, he's not looking to escape right now, but he's preparing himself for the opportunity when it arises. Because, and I guess this is kind of a Stoic idea, or at least I would tie it to Stoicism. We have absolutely no control over the opportunities that come to us, but we can control the degree of preparedness that we are at. That's one of my main motivations for boxing and martial arts, is like, I can't control whether or not I get mugged or, I don't know, something. But in the off chance that happens, the best thing I can do is prepare for it. YouTube videos, you know, I can't control whether or not a video goes viral, but the best thing I can do is make a bunch of videos where hopefully one of them hits or whatever, and I grow, right? And that's the idea of consistency. That as long as you meet the universe halfway, well, the universe will come meet you. But for some reason, it's like all of this stuff about choices and preparedness just hasn't worked for art. You know, if you can be able to draw really well, you might be able to, I don't know, if you need to, instead of describing a face to a sketch artist, you do it yourself. It's a pretty poor situation or example, but do I really want to become good at art? I know that whenever I tell people I draw, and they're like, "Ooh," and I'm like, I have a feeling where I'm like, I wish I was actually good at that, or at least at a level I was proud of. It's like I'm just so afraid to draw that I just don't do it. Maybe that's the main thing. Maybe it's an identity crisis, I don't know. But I know there are moments when I think, you know, I'm gonna would love to draw some concept art, but I just don't do it. I've put in these 2 90-minute work blocks every week for mandatory art practice. Has not been mandatory. It's always moved. It's always been optional in my head. The other day I set out all the Drawbox tasks on Todoist and haven't actually set dates for them. It's like I know what I need to do. I don't know what it is. It's really bugging me. And so when I was watching the show, I guess, and I thought, what do I want to draw? I really don't have an answer to that question. Because it's super important that when you do things, you also maintain an element of enjoyment to it. If you're learning how to program, it's important to learn the fundamentals, yes, but make sure you have fun with it. If you want to, you know, make a game, try making a small little text-based thing. Don't just do the online courses. If you're learning to draw, don't just do the fundamentals. And, you know, 250 boxes, do stuff you want to draw. Let yourself be bad. And I'm not sure if, like, I can't let myself be bad at art. It's really bugging me now. I don't know what it is. Like, yeah. What do I want to draw? I want to be at a level where I can create GIFs, right? And a lot of that is drawing. It can be drawing. It's not like an easy thing, but like being able to draw different styles or different people as different characters is such a cool thing, but like I just can't prioritize drawing and I don't know what it is. Maybe I can like... Alright, this has gone fully into my own problems, whatever. Maybe I can like... restrict more. Like turn off certain... Like get back into really going cold turkey on a lot of things. And so I become bored enough that drawing becomes my only choice. But then I'd probably default to something like Japanese or coding. Or perhaps I should take the opposite approach. Right now those mandatory art blocks are Mondays and Thursdays. Maybe I should just give myself a 3 hours seems like a lot of time. I mean, if you want to become good at something, you have to do it consistently. Because 15 minutes of art a day is going to be better than 3 hours on one day of the week. Wow, that was really unfortunate. She yeeted into that thing. How long are we? 15 minutes. If you're listening, thanks. I'm curious if you can relate with this in some regard, something of your own. Some things it has been so key to find a purpose and it'll be easy that's the only place I've been looking. But all of a sudden all of a sudden I ask myself, what do I want to draw instead of why do I want to draw, and I'm thrown into a fit. I sit down at like a sketchbook and I think of what I want to draw and I'm just immediately like do a few lines and that's it. I don't know. Why can't I? One approach I could try and take is being really strict with myself, but that's not gonna work. That's sort of what I did with these mandatory art blocks, but clearly I didn't commit to those. Dude, what do I want to draw? I don't understand. Because that's the beautiful thing about being a kid, is that you'll want to draw anything and you have zero judgment about it. But now I think too much. Now I just think too much about everything. And it becomes this question of whatever. Maybe I should just stop asking myself questions and just sit down and but I can't draw anything. I'll sit down and it's like just doodles of lines and cubes and shapes. Maybe that's why Drawbox was so good, because it actually gave me things to draw. Maybe I should like put on some music or ASMR even and just copy something. Maybe draw Ben 10 Aliens again. I don't get it, man. Anyway, yeah, I'll end that there. But I think every choice in service of a dream is important. I'm not sure if I came up with that or that was something I read somewhere. I genuinely don't know. If you look it up and could find it, whatever. But every choice you make should be in service of a dream, I believe. Because that can, I'll just end on this, but that can give choices more meaning. Again, there are things that are not so easy as choices. But when you wake up in the morning, and you told yourself you're going to go for a run, the choice to go on a run serves a dream. The choice to not do so does not. So all of a sudden, one choice is a clear advantage. And as human beings, that is our biological advantage, is that we can fight the nature inside of us, right? This is why willpower is such a fickle thing. Something like quitting smoking, it's not easy because our neurochemistry literally makes us crave nicotine. I'm fortunate to not be in this situation, or I'm addicted to something physical. I mean, caffeine was my worst thing, but that wasn't hard to quit. I mean, I only quit it for like 3 weeks, and then I went back to much smaller amounts, but I just hate the thought that I'm going to be asking myself, why do you want to draw? What do you want to draw for the rest of my life? Holy crap. Oh. That hit hard. Oof. Oh god. Holy butt cheeks. Oh my god, that brought tears to my eyes. Oh, that's deep. Maybe I should only record video game therapies past 10. Wow, welcome to Mark being vulnerable on the internet for 4 people. What did I just... I'm scared that I'm gonna ask myself for the rest of my life. Yeah, maybe I should just get it over with. Get good at art. Just do it. Christ. Alright, I'm ending there. Holy crap, I just slapped myself in the face. Thank you for watching and or listening. I've been your player one, Mark mobkinz 70. If you want to send me questions, my Proton Mail email is in the description down below. Join the Discord, blah 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 blah. Have a good one, and I will see you next week.